Hey, good afternoon. It's a follow-up for the August 2017 social media class. Here is a great quote: "I'd rather regret the things I've done than the things I haven't done." Lucille Ball, I picked this up the other day. Hey, we were going to do a couple things as a assignment that Teddy gave us in our class, and so this short little video is about, I get to call this a 3-for-1, get to share some SMART goals, the BHAG we talked about. I get to share with you a specific Instagram project that is related to Thanksgiving. About 80 days away from a little project that we're working on. And then the third point we're going to get into at the very last, a few little Instagram tips on what to actually do. You know, one of the things I shared the other day, if you really wanted to look at an example of somebody, and certainly social media didn't exist back then, but in terms of being authentic, instead of just posting things that are words or cute little pictures or whatever, you know, I think Mother Teresa would have been a great example, and what I'm referring to is that she was always doing. There was no question about her thinking of something that she had to sort of put out there. It was her actions that was the really clear point. So let's take our theoretical discussion and bring this into something that really is significant, okay? I have started another project here that is feed5000. Hopefully you can see this Instagram. On November 18, we're going to give away 2017 turkeys, okay? This Instagram account has been up for only about a week. There's only one follower. Now, if you want to talk about application of social media principles, doing what you say you're going to do, really follow through, see if it works, okay, here we go. We got one follower in this new account. Now, the key is, all right, now November 18, but here's what I wanted to put up, okay? There's 80 days, if we count today, to November 10, when we actually want to have this whole program put together. The Instagram account, feed5000 at Thanksgiving, feed5000Thanksgiving, and that's 80 days away. So we have to really get going. So in terms of what we're going to talk about, SMART goals, we're going to talk about something else that you haven't heard of maybe, which would be very helpful in the action, because one of the things we're going to write up, a goal without a plan is just a dream. Okay, got that out of Pursuit of Happiness. Remember that movie with Will Smith. So last class we talked about congruent communication. Okay, congruent communication, when you really are, you are all of who you are going to be. You really communicate with everything from your heart. The old expression being real. So this is, it matches your emotion. We'll write this down. Congruent communication, when you're really doing things, matches your emotion, okay? It matches your thoughts, your words, your energy, okay? That's being all of really significant aspects of you, okay? So when you're doing videos, you're talking about things, and when I'm sharing this, it's like, look, this is a real project, okay? And sincerely, what I think the most important thing we talked about, meaning and purpose, if you can see that, meaning and purpose, okay? If you are going opposite, okay, to where your real purpose is, then that empties your life. Here I'm left-handed. It empties your life of meaning, okay? So you want to be headed in the right direction. The second thing we want to talk about is that in the purpose and in this particular project, the why has to be greater than the how, okay? Remember that, the why. So what is the why that I want to share with you about giving away 2017 turkeys and how this plays out on Instagram? It is really about my sincere desire to help address the real hunger programs that are out there, the food banks, the things, and the need, okay, the need that is out there that we need to really try and fulfill. So the purpose is awareness. It is getting people involved. It's not just about giving away the turkeys, although that's really great, and we want to get a lot of people involved in that. So again, we're moving quickly, but the why has got to be greater than the how. Okay, so we talked about this. in our class, the assignment which I'm sharing here, okay, that indeed, what's the big goal? What would be the really big goal here? Okay, the big hairy goal, it's not more turkeys in a few years, it's really a long-term solution. That would be the big one. And I gotta tell you, which is part of the thing I wanted to communicate, if you don't have that specifically spelled out by next Thursday class, that's okay. But what is important, okay, is knowing where you're starting right now, okay, and that is specifically this goal, okay. We need to raise $15,000 to $18,000. We need to get 100 volunteers involved, and there has to be 25 distribution points. In this plan, okay, we're not giving away, this program is not just giving away all of the turkeys directly. We're going to work with the existing resources in the community so that they will be the actual one distributed. We're in essence the middleman. Okay, so measurable, absolutely. The month end, we'll find out where we are at the end of September, where we are at the end of October. Attainable, okay, the action, what we've got to do. I think it certainly is attainable. We're going to get enough people involved to do that. Is it realistic? Absolutely, with all the resources we have. And time specific? Absolutely, it's time specific. Okay, as I said earlier, a goal without a plan is what? Without a plan, it's a dream. Okay, so goal without a plan is a dream. So what we've really got to do here, and the purpose of this, one of the purposes we want to share, if you have not seen this before, this is really great. Got this from a military friend, okay? So SMEAC, SMEAC, I don't know if it's really is an acronym you want to pronounce, but look, here's the point. When you talk about your goal, where are you? Think of this in terms of a military exercise, okay? S, where are we? What's our situation today? Well, I've showed you what our Instagram situation is. We've got 1 follower, okay? The mission, M, what are we after, okay? We've talked about that. That sort of ties in with the SMART goals. E is execution and action. We're going to talk about that in a minute, about what are you actually doing. And then the A here is assessment. Look, if the execution isn't getting you the results for your mission, then you got to assess it. And then the other point we're going to do, which really ties into Instagram so much, is we're going to communicate. So when you think about execution, when you think about how I want to get things done, sometimes this could be helpful depending on what you're doing. What is your specific situation? What is the mission you're going after? What's the execution, the action, your assessment, and then communication? Okay? That is critical because look, we got 80 days. 80 days from right now, so we have got to get going. So in terms of now, let's talk to the point of what are we really going to do? What's the action? Okay, we're going to talk about this in our next class. Okay, when our action is to target audience, we're going to talk about your most important viewer. We're going to talk about in our next class, hey, who are we going after? We don't have much time to figure it out with 1 follower. So the key is what I call here guerrilla marketing. There's going to have to be guerrilla marketing. There's going to have to be other things. But again, the communication, there's not going to be another website. I want to show you the power of social media. There's not going to be another blog. There's not going to be something else other than this is the one and only main communication tool for 80 days. Okay? So direct messaging, what am I going to do? Tomorrow, I'm going to literally find those important people in the community and I'm going to single them out, and I've already started calling, I've already started some direct messaging, and you reach out to people individually. When you want to grow your followers and you want to get your message out, okay, you just can't wait to blast out a few little things and hope for the best. You need to be targeted. You need to be specific, okay? A goal without a plan is a dream. So the plan is connect, and then also ask people to spread out the word as well. This is going to have to be organic. It will be direct, but it will be very intentional. So this is a longer video, 10 minutes, but listen, I hope you enjoyed it, got something out of it. We'll see you on Thursday.